Lee, your thoughts on the game and how did the wintry conditions affect that one?
Well, first and foremost, big win. Make no mistake, this was a big game today with a lot of pressure for the players. You know, it could have been a swing, if you like, at Middlesbrough won and we lose, and all of a sudden it's 6-7 points and the gap becomes difficult to catch. So to keep chasing that pack and to feel like, I thought we played well. I thought first half we were very dominant in possession and tactically we were very good. But the difference between that and the Sheffield Wednesday game was Sheffield Wednesday, we enlightened the crowd a little bit and we lit them up by the fact that we had more efforts on goal. And I did feel that Ipswich might fatigue, given the fact that they had a game Tuesday. I don't think they did actually, but we felt that we needed to move the ball around. And at half time I just asked for a little bit more attacking intent. A bit earlier, a few more balls sort of over the top in behind the lines, and we was at the mercy of getting boring, and we never want to just pass the ball without having intent, if you know what I mean. And we did that a little bit better second half, and then when we scored, obviously it was important that it became a different type of game, and it was about grit and determination and defending, particularly when they threw caution to the wind. I mean, at one point they had 3 centre forwards on and a centre half up front, so to limit the damage to very minimal efforts on goal was pretty good.
Other side dropping points today: Fulham, Middlesbrough, Sheffield United. Almost the perfect weekend.
Well, we got to stick in there, haven't we? And I said to the boys, make no mistake, that's a huge win. It almost felt, because it was cold, because we had a lot of the ball, it was almost a bit damp in a sort of atmosphere on and off the pitch today. And I think everybody obviously is enthusiastic and delighted with the win. And we've got to keep the hammer down. And we've played well in games. It's been sometimes slightly too sporadic, and sometimes that's due to the niggles that we've had and the knocks. And obviously we put Jens on today, that it was probably far too early for him, but he done really well. And good to get Gary O'Neil back on the pitch with a couple of good decisions that we needed. Eros Bassano's still chasing his fitness. So this is a good spell for us now, I think. Over these couple of weeks we might be able to get Matty Taylor back in the frame. And obviously with Magnuson now getting that injury, we'll have to see how that is ready for his international duty.
Yeah. An ankle, I'm hearing, for Magnuson.
I think it's his knee actually. This is outside of his right knee. I didn't see the tackle, so I couldn't tell you whether it was a nasty one or not. But like I say, touch wood, it won't be too bad. But obviously, it was bad enough for him not to be able to continue.
Yeah. Player whom you must be pleased with, Milan Duritz. We talked to him before the game, saying that he was hopeful he could make an instant sort of impact on his return. Well, he's done that today. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, being ultra critical, I thought he should have scored the first one when it sort of came off the keeper. I thought he should have slid it under him. But fantastic play by Lloyd Kelly down the side, great delivery, and that's where you want Milan, middle of the 6-yard box, owning his space, and a really old-fashioned goal. And I like them because the crowd love a cross and then a header, particularly a diving header. So no, delighted for him. You see, he's still, again, he's another one sort of regaining his mobility and his energy, but we gave him 45 minutes against the Cheltenham side, and he scored 2 on Tuesday, and I think that benefited him both in confidence and belief that he's better as far as from his injury.
Yeah. Gary Neal was one of those players you mentioned who came on today, a long-awaited return for him. How important does that kind of experience, how much do you need that now?
Well, I think it's a difficult question because we've also, the club we've got to give our young players experience, and it's great that Lloyd's played the last 2 games. And I think he's been very, very impressive. So it's important that we blood the likes of Liam Walsh as well when the times are right, Nicholas Eliasson. But obviously we've got the likes of Jens Hegler and Gary O'Neil there to do a job, and they're very good professionals, and we need to make sure that we use that in particular games like that when we need to fill zones, fill spaces and communicate very well in the last 10 minutes.